Welcome, friends. Today, we're doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 9th of November 2025. Marvellous. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you, this time with another fragrance rotation video, and this last week has been cold. Have my wares reflected that? Somewhat. So, at the minute, my wearing philosophy is a little bit different. Usually I kind of just go with the weather. Recently, I have developed 4 perfumes that are very close, mostly very close, to being used up. And so I've decided that I'm going to wear each of these perfumes every week until they're finished. And it shouldn't take long for a couple of them. I mean, I might have 1 or 2 wears left of them. So it's not like they're going to be here until like after Christmas. But there's another couple which I'm not going to get finished in the next like week or 2. So you will see the rest of my wares have been a little bit strange. They're all appearing for the first time this season. In fact, one of them is appearing for the first time ever. Although, we will start with a classic. And indeed one of the perfumes that is almost finished. Tobacco Oud. Tobacco Oud, a classic. A classic of the channel, a classic of mine. I love this shit. I love it hugely. It's wonderful. Let me just pull back a little bit so you can get a better view. There you go. Tobacco Oud. What else can I say about Tobacco Oud that hasn't already been said? Well, I'll tell you what I can say about it. I have lots of backups of this, so this is not the end of Tobacco Oud's journey with me. I will hopefully have this for the rest of forever, but this will be the second 50ml bottle that I have finished, so that's 100ml, and it will go into the annals of perfume lore of bottles that I have finished whilst I've had this mega collection, you know. A great perfume, ambery, tobacco-y, patchouli, thick, rich, dense, sweet, but not so sweet that it's off-putting, you know. Performance is great, smells amazing, which is the most important thing of all. I was at the Tom Ford boutique this past week, and I was talking to the guy on there, and he said before people even pick up the bottles now, especially the kids, the first thing they ask is, what's the performance like? Quoting the word beast mode. Is it beast mode? And I was like, that is such a fucking awful indictment on the state of what perfume has now become. You know? Anyway, next up, on Tuesday, I wore M7 Oud Absolu. As you can see, there is not very much left in here. This is one of the ones I should be getting more wears out of. I should get about, I'm probably going to wear this every week for another month or 5 weeks, you know. I do put quite a bit on when I wear this, though. I've started doing that with my perfumes, putting quite a bit on rather than, you know, trying to save it. I'm like, what are you trying to save it for? You know, yes, it's expensive, but what are you trying to save it for? You know? Fuck. Just fucking use it. Spray more on. Spray it on multiple times a day instead of buying these fucking perfumes that stink. And they stink because they use shit fucking materials that last 3 or 4 days. Fucking... The bros are fucking terrorising us. Wankers. This was released in 2002. It's not the original. It's not the original presentation. I do have some vintage, of which I am a fan. It doesn't have amber wood in it, of which I am not a fan, but this was one of the allegedly the first designer to use oud in it. I think it was the first designer to advertise that they used oud in it. Michael Edwards will tell you that it was actually another favourite of mine, which is Balenciaga Pour Homme, that used the old oud first, whether in niche or designer. So that's pretty cool. And I wouldn't challenge Michael Edwards. He's probably forgot more about perfume than I'll ever know. Okay, next up was Wednesday. Another absolute favourite. We're 3 for 3 at the minute. Another absolute favourite, a life-changing perfume for me. Literally, that's not hyperbole. This is Ambre Sultan. Ambre Sultan is the perfume that showed me what perfume could do. What perfume could be, if you will, you know? An absolutely wonderful fucking perfume. Vanilla, benzoin, vanilla, benzoin, oregano, herbs, spices. It's the herbs at the top that make this perfume brilliant. It's not all that makes it brilliant. Obviously, the amber accord that's in there is just pitch perfect. It's probably the first modern amber, you know. It was released in 1993, one of the first perfumes that Sheldrake made for Serge Lutens, that partnership which brought us some of the best perfumes of the last 35 years. Quite a few, actually. The aesthetic is genius. Just everything about it is wonderful, actually. And I've started wearing this again. I was babying it again. And I realised to myself, why? It's one of the best things about selling off quite a few of your perfumes, actually. You manage to get down and into the stuff that you want to wear rather than having a big disparate thing and feeling guilty for not wearing loads of perfumes, you know? It's an absolutely wonderful perfume. I once sprayed this on an old woolly jumper I had. And the jumper, it was on the jumper for months, multiple washes. Months and months. I think the jumper may have died before the smell did, actually. So, it was crazy work. Okay, Thursday. On Thursday, I wore this again, another perfume which is nearly finished. I have got 1 or 2 wears left in this, although again, I wore quite a bit of this when I put it on. This is one of Eugene's perfumes, which was given to me as a gift because we are the bestest of friends, and as such, as not to compromise my integrity after years of telling people that their integrity is compromised for getting free perfumes. I don't offer opinion. About this. What I do say are facts. This is a big iris perfume. Cacao. Tonka bean. Cardamom. Ginger. Iris. Loads of iris. Okay, next up, it's the first perfume, the first time I have worn this perfume this year. I'm just going to get some of the hoo jar off it. This is Mona di Orio's Cuir. I was wearing this a lot a couple of years ago. I haven't worn it for a while, actually. If you've never smelled this before, what are you doing? Why not? Tell me. Why aren't you smelling this? A good answer to that question is that the house has been shut down. In fact, I was talking about this house one day, and then the next day, somebody put out a message, or the brand put out a message saying, "Oh, sorry, the brand's closed down. We won't be trading anymore. Sorry." Mona di Orio unfortunately died in 2012, 11, 10, around that sort of time. She was Edmund Rudnitsky's last student, or one of his last students, you know? which is sad she didn't get a longer run. She made some amazing stuff. This is cardamom again. Huge leather, huge smoky leather. Big green smoky leather. Allegedly there's oud in it, but I'm not sure about that. I love this. This is the second presentation or the second formula, whatever you want to say, and I love it. I've got a backup of the original and I have another one of these. I've got the original and a backup, and I've got one of these and a backup of this. So an enormous smoky leather perfume, dark, castoreum, slightly resinous, no sweetness, none to be found at all. Great perfume. Great perfume. Okay, next is a debut for the channel, and this is Bel Ami Vetiver. I wore this yesterday. Why did I wear this yesterday? Don't know, just fancied wearing it. Came out in 2013. I like it. Do I love it? No. I don't love it. I do like it though. Bel Ami, I need to do comparisons between the Bel Amis, and I've got a shaker bottle which I like but I don't love, and then I've got the middle bottle which I think was released by, or it was reissued by Jean-Claude Elena, the reformulation in this shaped bottle. I'll show it in a video one day. I'll do like some sort of comparison. It's this is nice though. It's not. I'm not sitting saying that I don't think it's a good perfume. It is. There's a lot of vetiver in there. There's like a smoky, spicy leather. There's resins. It's a little bit. It's a little bit spicy. It's like quite a bit of styrax I get from it. Styrax is a really odd note. Cardamom again. Ami's quite bright, livens up the vetiver. The thing that I think holds me back from this is I can smell Jean-Claude Elena's fingerprints on it. Can you smell fingerprints? Maybe. I just know that he made this because it's like, it's Bel Ami with a vetiver bolted to it. And he manages to take this concept and make it work, right? But to me, his perfumes always smell very simple, and they all, certainly in the later stages of his career when he developed this kind of aesthetic, he did it with the Hermes Essence line. Vetiver Tonka is maybe the best example of this, and maybe the actual best example in that it's the best perfume of it. It's vetiver and it's Tonka with a hazelnut in between, which is what joins them so they can communicate and coexist. This is Bel Ami, right, with vetiver bolted to it. And I like it, but I don't love it. So I don't know if that's going to stay. I might sell that. I'm not sure. And last but not least, my scent of the day. My first wearing of this year. This is Iris Nazarena. This is incredible juice. This bottle was sent to me as either a birthday or a gift, or a birthday or a Christmas present from a nooge. But he doesn't sell it. So, that was very kind of you. Thank you, sir. I always get some kind of raspberry, like little bit of fruitiness at the top, but it doesn't ever stay at that. But it's like this rosy juniper thing, which makes it a little bit sprightly and a little bit juicy at the top. And then you get a very kind of flat iris sort of thing, that very chic, very modern grey kind of iris, and then a leather underneath it, which is also very subtle, very flat and chic. Brilliant perfume. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Smelled the old one, smelled the new one. Doesn't seem to be any reformulation going on. And that has been my fragrance rotation, friends. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again.